So should we be worried? The answer is yes to that question. So let's bring in our company to discuss. Mary Walters, host of Mornings on the Mall, and Erin Elmore, the executive director of US Strong. Ladies, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so much to talk about here. Frank Biden, President Biden's son, Biden has been clear that they will have strict, very strict ethics rules. But the White House has admitted that they have issued no guidance so far when it comes to the family. Feels pretty convenient. Mary, I feel like we're probably going to get these ethics guidance rules probably in about 4 years. Best thing about this entire thing is this law firm put out their ad on Inauguration Day. Like, if you couldn't get any more on the nose, and it's pretty much like, hey, one of our top advisors has connections to the new president. Do you want to be a part of our firm? Do you want to be our client? I mean, come on.
I mean, this is shameful and unethical. And I have bad news for you. There's another brother, too, named James Biden, who, if you look up AmeriCorps hospital business, he basically took money from them in personal loans and then bankrupted the company. So this river runs deep. But back to the issue at hand. In Boca Raton, Florida, it's the Berman Group. They were a bunch of ambulance chasers until they hired this Biden brother. And now they are walking lockstep with Joe Biden's initiatives. They're taking on specific immigration cases, social justice cases. So the ethical issues for me as an attorney, they seem pretty steep. These attorneys should actually be careful. I'm surprised that the Florida bar isn't looking into these ethical allegations. So to be honest, this is something really scary. But if this were the Trumps, what would be happening? We have to remember that the Trumps were rich in spite of politics. The Bidens got rich because of politics.
Yeah, that's a good distinction.
I like that, Mary. Got Frank. It is interesting, and I think the fascinating thing to me is, as Lindsay pointed out, they're not hiding it. I don't understand what guidance. I mean, the guidance is pretty easy. Don't publicly grift off of the White House and your brother's associate or position of being president. I mean, that could actually get written really quick. And yet they put out all of this guidance that they're going to be really strict and ethically compliant. And yet there's nothing to back it up except to say that they will do it. Mary's point, an ex-colleague of Hunter Biden's lawyer got a top post at the Department of Justice. I mean, this isn't like, you can't make this up. They're talking about the fact that, like, of course, no one's going to interfere in this investigation of Hunter Biden, except for Hunter's lawyer, Buddy, just got a top post. So, you know, that shouldn't have any effect on whether Hunter gets looked at one way or another.
If you really break this down, it's even worse than you're making it out to be. So 2020, after Biden becomes president, Hunter says, I'm under investigation. Hunter hires Christopher Clark of Latham & Watkins, which is a white shoe, prestigious AmLaw 100 law firm. His business partner, the guy who he does all of his cases with, is McQuaid. Okay, these two guys do their cases together. So the guy defending Hunter and this guy who just got appointed to the top position at the DOJ are good buddies and do all of their cases together. What does that tell you? That any allegations against any Biden are just going to mysteriously go away. It's almost like how, if you harken back to the days of Burisma, when Hunter Biden got that job, not speaking the language or knowing anything about Ukrainian oil companies, Burisma goes south. There's a prosecutor investigating it, and Joe Biden brags about getting the prosecutor fired, or else he's going to withhold millions of dollars for Ukraine. He's covering up for his son time and time again. It's really scary and really pathetic, and no one's going to do anything about it.
Mary, though, the thing that's fascinating to me is,
the media, we count on them a lot of times to hold people accountable, and we're seeing that is not going to happen this time around.
There is a ruling class, and they are omnipotent, and they are immune from prosecution, and nothing is going to happen. And if we try to point out anything, they're just going to blame the Trumps, point the finger back at us, use words that they don't understand, like insurrection, and they haven't read the case law to support why that word is meaningful and what it actually means. They use big 25-cent words they can't define and just say that Trump is a racist and that we're calling them names. So literally nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to happen. James Biden, Hunter Biden, Ashley Biden, whoever Biden, they're going to go on with their merry little lives and be the first family that loves ice cream and rescue dogs and hyperbole. And, Al Roker that gave him the fist bump was like, oh, it's Joe Biden. They're just fangirling over this first family who dresses so well and is just such media darlings, and Poppy's back in the White House. Oh, me. Oh, my.
Well, the good thing is we're going to have a lot to talk about, and we will talk about it here. So you can make sure to tune into us. Mary, Erin, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Sean and I will be right back. Don't go away.